Countdown went away. Well, welcome back. Another segment of Pigskin Pros podcast, everyone. Going into week 15, hoping you make the playoffs. But if you did, this segment is right for you. Today, what we got is a nice little who would you rather segment. Another injury report / impacts of these injuries. Playoff trust or bust. We're going to be telling you guys certain players you should trust them or not trust them going into your playoffs. And then a little preview of Week 15, Round 1. What's going on, guys? Anyone got anything before we get into it?
Nope. I think we should cancel it right here. We should end it.
All day, pack it in.
All right, cool. All right, well, who would you rather? Ken, I know this is your idea. Did you have some names going?
I did. I have a list of two at every position that we can kind of debate and talk about. Wide receiver, I have three just because I feel like it's a little bit deeper of a position.
Wait, I got to ask, is this going forward in the fantasy playoffs, or is this like dynasty-wise or just overall football?
What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to talk about? Redraft,
So talk about the playoffs.
Just
Okay.
either playoffs or like just overall football.
Overall fantasy.
Okay. Overall, just rest of the season kind of.
Just as a player, rest of the season, man.
Okay. Cool.
Let's bring it all up. Let's bring up everything.
All
Yeah,
together.
we got some time.
Whole kit and caboodle.
All right. So first off, we'll start at quarterback. I'm gonna go with Tua Tagovailoa or Brock Purdy.
Tua.
For fantasy, going forward, I'm going to go Brock Purdy.
That's
Fantasy
tough,
going
man.
forward.
I like
feel
Purdy in the
most of the names
playoffs
I have
too.
Yeah.
I
Most
like
of the names I
Purdy's
have
got
are
more
pretty
weapons around him, man. I
Tua
gotta
in
go.
bonus leagues. If you're in a bonus league.
good.
But-
So, yeah. If Tyreek Hill, I gotta wait to see the severity of Tyreek Hill's injury. I feel like if he's out, Tua takes a massive downgrade.
You know
I will
what
say.
I noticed? Oh, go for
Go
it.
ahead, Carney. Go ahead.
I noticed. Whoever says that Tua's in the MVP conversation, just stop that.
It's gotta be Tyreek.
Stop
right?
that now.
Tyreek over
Because
Tua.
you got to see it last game how bad that offense looked without Tyreek killing it. And then Tyreek comes back in the game and immediately down the field, 2 big plays. So
Yeah.
if you have Tua in your MVP conversation, I don't want to hear that anymore.
I agree.
He's not the most valuable player on his own team, you know.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
based on the Dolphins' next game, I was kind of looking at these early spreads, these early lines. Take Jets plus 8.5, plus 9, whatever you get it at. They're going to cover that like a blanket. Dolphins starting center out.
Yeah.
Quinnen Williams is going to eat. And if Tyreek's not playing, like, that line's only going to go up. Yes, Mom.
Yeah, I think you could have gotten the spread at 12 at one point before the Monday games.
I think Tyreek's gonna play because why would he come back in the last game and then not play the next game?
Because his wife told him to.
Yeah,
He
that's
said he was
true.
hurting pretty
That was
good.
crazy, yeah.
His wife told him to stop being a bitch or something, right?
Yeah.
Or get your ass back in the game or
Basically.
something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at
Jokes
Fantasy
to be
Pros
made.
right now. Brock
I must
Purdy
admit,
has
you're watching,
the 7th easiest schedule going up, and Tua Tagovailoa has the 32nd easiest schedule. He has the hardest schedule of every quarterback remaining. So I think a guy like Purdy, who's been putting up good numbers, should be rated over Tua for the rest of the season.
Yeah, rest of the season, as a quarterback in general, Tua.
Did
for
you see
me.
I disagree.
RG3?
I disagree. as well.
too.
I think Purdy's a more talented quarterback than Tua.
No.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's more talented.
Well,
I just think he's got
no, he's not
really
more talented.
opportunity.
Like if you really want to talk, like if we're talking system quarterbacks, like
Brock Purdy.
Tua isn't a system,
Tua,
and it's
did you
because
see
of Tyreek
RG3
Hill.
basically saying it was Purdy,
It's
Tua,
Cam Newton.
Dak.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam
Oh,
Newton.
it's Cam Newton. My bad,
Yeah.
RG3. The other guy with just
Totally
crazy
agree.
takes. But
Dak Prescott is so overrated.
I mean, Tua and Purdy, I do feel like have a lot of similarities where it's good players around them and they just do what they have to do.
I was actually
Yeah.
thinking about this last night when we were having our Herbert and Dak debacle.
Just a ridiculous
But I was
debate.
just
We'll
randomly
get into that
thinking, randomly ranking the quarterbacks. I think I got Purdy at 9 and Tua at 10. But I guess we'll save that.
What do you have, Dak?
I had him at 7.
All right, fair.
7, who's 8? And
Trevor Lawrence.
Is this for just right now?
Yeah.
Or is this okay?
I will comment on that Cam Newton thing. Dude, that dude's career wasn't that good. Like
Cam
It was
Newton?
short.
he didn't win that many. He had one really good season, his MVP season. Like granted it was electric, but like
It was disgusting.
but like he never went to the playoffs in back-to-back years. He was a pussy in the Super Bowl. And he wants to like talk about all these quarterbacks who are having phenomenal seasons, and he can't get a call from any NFL team with all these starting quarterbacks who are out. Like, dude, just like I love his podcast, I do, but like that was he shouldn't have said anything about that because
Wait, what did he say?
he just called Purdy, Tua, Goff, and Prescott game managers.
Yeah, he said
And
like
yeah, he was just saying like there's like no like.
I get what he's saying though. It's
Yeah,
like-
but
he said
you
they
gotta
weren't,
think
like-
about it like this. What, Ken?
no. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if Dak wins an MVP, then I feel like his career is already better than Cam Newton's.
Dude,
If he wins
he's
the MVP
played
this year.
he's played like 68 or like 70 less games, and he has three less wins than Cam career.
Probably has
Already.
more passing yards too.
Yeah, they're like all pretty much lined up exactly, and Dak's gonna play for 6-7 more years.
Yeah.
Cam Newton can't get a call from the NFL.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
thing. Like, he's not that old. I think he's like 34.
Yeah,
Cam Newton?
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like Rodgers, Flacco's back playing. Russell Wilson's probably old. I think is older than him.
Easton
Stafford,
Stick.
you know,
Yeah,
like
Easton
Stick,
fucking
yeah.
Stick playing
Kirk-
quarterback. Yeah,
Kirk Cousins. Like all these guys are playing really well that are older than him. Right. Like I don't know if he's in that position to talk really.
He's not. Like,
You know.
Another thing, did you guys listen to the part? Sorry, getting a little sick over at the townhouse. Did
That'll
you guys
happen.
listen to the part in my take with Cam Newton and Brandon Marshall?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that thought Cam Newton sounded like such a jackass? Like he
what,
didn't
I
let
don't
Brandon
know
Marshall
if I
do.
saw the clip.
He didn't
Yeah.
let him do
Like
any
that
of the
weird
talking.
font.
Yeah,
He
he
was-
kept interrupting him and being like,
Yeah.
oh well, let me speak on his behalf. Like, yeah, he kind of cut him off and like thought that he knew everything that was better for him. But
And then
Yeah,
he
so
like
maybe that's just the type of guy he is.
he was like referring to himself as like at one moment he's like, "Let me flex here," and he was like, "All right, dude, like you've already been talking the past fucking half hour." And then like
Yeah.
He said how Peyton Manning ruined quarterbacks. Or like, dude, what?
Dude, he's just like Cam. You weren't that like you were good, but like
You're not a Hall of Famer.
yeah, like come on. There's a reason you're not in the league right now.
All right, we
All right.
can get into our next quarterback.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a
debate here.
sidetrack there.
No, you're good. This one, I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about Justin Herbert and Dak Prescott now, but obviously with Herbert being done for the year, you'd obviously rather have Dak. So let's talk about this purely from a dynasty standpoint. Justin Herbert versus Dak Prescott, who'd you rather have?
Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
Not
dynasty
even
standpoint,
close.
Herbert, yes.
So,
But-
I'd rather have
okay.
a lot of guys than
Keep going, Ken.
Dynasty.
Keep going.
No, I agree. I think I'd rather take Justin Herbert for dynasty. But I don't know. What was your standpoint, kind of when we were talking before about Dak Prescott? Was that merely
Okay,
just?
so I think I got away from like the original question. I was getting fired up for sure, but okay. So let me organize my thoughts here. Justin Herbert is obviously you'd rather have him in dynasty than Dak, but I hate the argument about the team because he's part of the team. So who would I rather have right now as my fantasy quarterback? Like over the next like 2-3 years, it's Dak. Because he has the team around him and like everyone's like, "Oh, well, it's part of a system." Well, okay, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Throw fucking you can call Joe Schmo off the street if he can throw a football because he's got CeeDee Lamb and a great coach and Tony Pollard and a great O-line. And the same argument with Brock Purdy, then I'm going to take that over a guy who is in one of the worst offenses in football with one of the worst coaches, like in no run game. Like I'm going to take Prescott just off the pure fact that he's going to put up more points over the next 2-3 years.
Well, the one counterpoint I'll say to that is you say the next 2-3 years you'll take Dak.
Yeah.
but the past 3 years, we'll throw out 2020 because Dak only threw played 5 games.
Wow.
What?
Oh, none of you remembered. First 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh,
I got it.
Shit.
that was good.
I got it.
I was so confused.
I remembered it at like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I remembered it, and then I totally forgot.
I didn't remember that
I
at all.
completely forgot about it.
Anyways, John, continue. You fucking fuck.
That was good. You said that you'll take it in the next 2 years, but 2022.
That's-
actually, I'll go back to
that's
2021
last year.
because he was hurt 4 games
That's-
last year too.
Okay.
It was Herbert was QB2 and Dak was QB8. Let me do the fucking
Right.
per game
So,
thing.
Carney,
here.
let me stop you here. I said over the next 2 years.
Right, but you're taking his one outlier year almost. Not outlier, but like his best
No,
year.
I'm not. I'm literally seeing where this is going. He has a top 2. He could be the best wide receiver in football right now. For probably the rest of his career, if the contracts align. Definitely over the next 2-3 years. He has Mike McCarthy, who is calling phenomenal plays, phenomenal play calls. He's completely changed like everything that Dak does. Like, Dak doesn't turn the ball over because Dak gets the ball out faster because he takes 2 steps. Dak used to like run back like 20 yards in his like fucking 3-step drop.
It's like
Dak's
Justin
taking
Fields.
2 steps just like Rodgers and just getting the ball out. And everyone's way more wide open. Like it's the system that he's in, okay? He's not the more talented quarterback, but he's the better fantasy option and fucking way more fun to watch. Like,
So is that
far
because
more
of the
fun to
people
watch.
that he has around him?
Absolutely, that's everything.
Wait, so your argument the other day was that he's a better quarterback in general.
Like I said, let me
Now
argue.
you're saying
Let
it's
me
'cause
let me
he's in a
or,
better
let me
system.
let me organize my thoughts, Carney. Like I said, I have to organize my thoughts. Okay, if I'm taking a guy who's gonna in fantasy, all I care about is points. Who's gonna produce more points over the next 2 years in their system?
I think it's gonna be pretty close.
I don't
That
know.
wasn't the
it's-
argument we had the other day, though.
No, it's not. You're right. And I came here and I took a second and I
Right.
you know, calm myself down, and
So, like,
that's my argument.
just straight up as a quarterback, Sam.
Like, if I'm taking like a talent wise,
Like, just as a quarterback. You are the head coach. Who would you
Yeah.
rather want at quarterback? Who are
Today.
you saying go out on the field and play quarterback for me?
I feel like there's a lot of questions with that though.
Just-
Like, I
It's
feel like
just straight up as a head coach in football.
You both have
As
the
a head
same
coach in football,
receivers,
Yeah.
same line. Who do you want out there?
pretend the Dallas Cowboys, everything else on the Dallas
Okay.
Cowboys is out there.
okay.
Who do you want throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb?
I'm smashing Justin Herbert.
I am
Yeah,
also smashing Justin
yeah,
Herbert.
I'll take Herbert. But
Okay, that was mostly what the question was. Like, who's a better quarterback? And I think it's Justin Herbert.
yeah, I think people take Dak's season and is like, "Oh, it's an outlier season." No, it's not.
I know I said I didn't mean that like that. I just meant
Like this dude's had a fucking phenomenal career, and I think like Drew Brees really started his career like getting really good in his career at like 30, 31.
He's up with the Drew Brees and Dak Prescott narrative.
Like,
Well, he's just saying it's starting.
I'm
Like,
saying
it has
Drew
the
Brees had
potential.
10 of his 13 Pro Bowls after like age 29 or age 30, like starting at that age. Like
Yeah, I don't
guys
think-
peak at different times.
I don't think age is necessarily the factor for me. But I do think in the whole argument about this year, I think the outlier is more of a Herbert bad year.
Right.
You know, like I
Right.
think Dak's obviously playing better than he ever has. This is Herbert's worst year by a lot, and he's still arguably
Not even
right
that
there.
Not even that
You know what I'm
bad.
saying? He's what, QB8 in fantasy through, the regular season? Like, and that's with like nothing games. You
Right.
know? Like if games that he scored, it was either like 5 or it was like 30, 25. Like, I mean, like, you might have
Yeah.
lost a couple of weeks, but I think it was more like Herbert on a really down year is now comparable to Dak, rather than it being the other way where Dak played that much better than he usually does.
I think I'm just also like this year for football, for me has just been awesome watching the Cowboys. Like, it's like it's great watching him play. Like, it's phenomenal watching him play, and what he does week in, week out for the last, 10 weeks has been fucking awesome. So I think I look at that and I'm like, okay, I can't really see this guy, getting worse over the next, 4 seasons. I legitimately think, he's going to be this guy, obviously not, MVP, number one MVP candidate, but, I think he's going to be this guy for as long as CeeDee Lamb is there. I think this is a guy who, at the end of his career, you're going to be like, Dak Prescott might be in the Hall of Fame. When it's all said and done, he's going to go down as an all-time Cowboy, which is not easy. And I think he's going to go down as if he wins a Super Bowl, especially if he wins an MVP as well. I think there's an argument for the guy going in the Hall of Fame, and I think you can't take that away from him.
I'm happy for the guy because, I know 4 months ago there was, murmurs around if he even would have a job in Dallas the next year because I know this is last year of his contract. So I think that's no longer a question, obviously.
Or is it just a contract year, Fluke, where, go off in your contract year, sign the big deal, and, ride into the sunset?
Well, he didn't exactly have the bet. He had a horrible year last year.
You go out and get Trey Lance in the offseason.
Horrible year, won 12 games.
He didn't play every game.
15 picks.
Yeah, how many games did Cooper Rush win? 6?
3.
That's
3-1.
Yeah, system quarterback, Sam.
Well, all right.
15 picks in how many games? 12?
Yeah.
That's
a lot of those picks.
He threw
for 2,800 yards, yeah.
Does Josh Allen not have a interception issue right now?
Josh Allen doesn't win shit.
There you go.
Neither does Dak.
Well, we'll see. Great game this week, actually.
Right,
so it's always a we'll see with the Dallas Cowboys.
All right.
It's always this is our year.
Yeah.
And then
you ever been to Kansas City? You ever been down there? Oh yeah.
I have been to Kansas City actually.
Yeah. For a while, or you just kind of visited there and fell in love with the place?
For 5 days.
Oh.
How long were you in Dallas for?
Yeah.
How long were you in Dallas for?
Wait, why are you a Chiefs fan, huh?
Because I hate home teams, and my dad likes the Yankees and the Steelers, and I just don't like that. So I was left
you started liking the Chiefs
Mahomes.
I grew up with
Tom Brady. Oh yeah, I grew up
okay.
hating Tom Brady because my dad. And then other than that, I was just lost. So I got my first Madden game, and I played with McCluster, Tamba Ali, all those guys.
All right.
So I fell in love with that. But
fair enough. All right, Ken, who we got next?
All right, we're getting some running backs now. First off, this one I'd say is for right now, for Dynasty, for everything, all the above. We'll go with Jahmyr Gibbs or Breece Hall.
Wait,
Gibbs.
I think rest of the season I'm taking Gibbs just because the Jets offense has been bad. I think in Dynasty I'm taking Breece Hall.
I gotta go Breece for both, dude.
It's close though.
It's so hard, man.
I think it's real close.
I love Gibbs.
Gibbs is sick.
Gibbs is awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gibbs.
So wait.
Yeah.
For no reason, I think it's Gibbs. I have no explanation
for the rest of the season. I'm going Gibbs, but I think Dynasty I'm going Breece.
Yeah, I agree. Because you think he's a year off ACL and he's still good.
He's
can't really do much with the offense he's in.
Especially when she gets Rodgers in there too. It's going to just make the offense
he's still going to have his
explode.
explosive game.
But are we fully confident in saying that Rodgers is Rodgers when he comes back?
No.
No, but he's
I
think
at least in the early
the Jets
season.
draft Jaden or whatever his name is, Daniels, that guy.
That'd
be great. But I'm fully at least I'm taking the guy where I know, barring an injury, what's going to be there.
And that's Gibbs.
I think Garrett Wilson.
That's Gibbs.
1,500 yards next year.
Real quick, you just said barring an injury.
Yeah.
I actually just learned that it's not borrowing an injury.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it kind of makes sense for it to be borrowing as well.
No.
Wait.
Borrowing the injury.
You thought it was borrowing?
I thought it was borrowing, yeah. I just learned it was barring.
That's the word of the day, barring.
Yeah, I
there you
guess.
go. That's sweet.
But I guess
That's
borrowing also makes sense.
I don't
if you think
so.
about it.
Borrowing an injury.
Barring.
Sure, I'll give that. Sure, to make you
Yeah.
feel good, I'll say
Yeah,
it
no, I
makes
guess.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Gibbs is awesome. Like he was everything that dynasty owners kind of wanted him to be. And that's, a good team and a good system with good coaching. Like, I'll take that every single day,
Absolutely. Next two running backs I had. One guy's injured right now, so I don't really think it's fair to really say the rest of the season. But I guess more so from who'd you rather have if you're starting a team, or who'd you rather have a dynasty, Travis Etienne or Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor.
JT.
Yeah, GT.
Etienne their offensive line is so bad.
Mm.
He's really struggled.
Can't get in the front
He's
goal line.
streaky, man. He's streaky.
JT's a dog.
Yeah, we've already seen JT have a RB1 caliber year, and we haven't really seen it since. But I think a lot of that's due to the offense, due to some injuries. I think going into next year, he's going to be a first-round pick in redraft leagues, and going to expect to see maybe some JT of old heading into next year. Etienne has got that explosiveness, that pass catching ability. No slight on Etienne though, for sure.
So
No, they're both good.
I'm
but
looking it up now, but did AR and like a full game of AR and Jonathan Taylor ever cross this year?
Don't believe so.
No.
If it did, it was when Jonathan Taylor had like 2 snaps or whatever when he first came
Yeah,
back.
like his first week back or something.
Yeah. What's going on behind the scenes there, Carney?
Mark's just getting ready to shower right here.
Hey, Mark.
Just had a naked ass in my face right there.
All right.
No, I think JT. I mean, even was he supposed to be back in week 16?
I think he's not going to play this week, and the week after is going to be questionable probably.
Yeah.
Did
Zach
he go on
Moss
the,
always a good
IR?
play, though.
I don't know. No, I don't think he ever went on the IR.
Okay, so he can come back.
JT.
Yeah, I don't believe so. Because they initially said it was like 2 to 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
I don't believe I think he's just like out of practice.
Real quick, can I pose something here?
Please.
Just talk about IR. I just immediately thought of like Tank. Dude, I think the Texans are fucked.
Yeah.
That offense looked bad without. Well, I know
Collins
Nico
and
Collins
Tank.
got hurt, but
Nico
like
and
if
Tank.
if Nico and Tank are out, they're done. They're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially Stroud might not play this week.
I saw a graphic. I don't know if it's changed since 2 days, but they're only like minus 115 if you say they don't make the playoffs. I don't know if it's changed, but I would hammer
Yeah.
that.
I mean, they're 7-6. Like the Broncos are playing better than them.
Bills.
The Bills are playing better.
There's some
Browns.
shit
Both
about
7-6 or 6-7.
They're
7-6.
7-6.
Yeah,
Bengals.
the Colts are probably
Bengals.
better right now. Bengals are probably better. I
Chiefs
don't
might
know.
not win the division.
Yeah, the Bills are scary right now.
I think the Chiefs will still win.
No, I'm saying the Broncos, man.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think they're going to lose to the Lions on Saturday.
yeah, no. Broncos ain't winning the division.
Hope
Why
so.
are there Saturday games this week?
I don't know. I like
Um,
Is there like a reason or just a random like?
No more college football. I don't know.
No rhyme or reason.
I mean, I'll take it. Hey,
should
more,
I ask
more
Chat-
fo-
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT that.
I feel like there is always Saturday games. Like at
Yeah,
this
the
point.
only-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good ones too, I think.
Okay. Who else we got?
All right, so that's the couple I had for running back. We can get into some wide receivers now. I guess we'll start from the top here. We'll start with the big dogs. I got 3 names here: Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, wait. So what is this like? Is this just
We'll start off with the rest of the season, and then we'll maybe go to the aspect.
Steve-
CeeDee
number
Lamb
one.
is 1.
I agree. CeeDee Lamb the rest of the
Chase,
season.
Jefferson?
Yeah. I agree with that order.
I think I agree with the same order. I think I
Browning
agree.
feeds Chase, bro. Well, Chase didn't have a great week last week, right?
No,
No,
Dropped a
Chase got
touchdown.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
That's 2
he
weeks
only
ago.
Last week he only got 6 points.
Kind of spreads it. They use the running backs more.
Yeah, they used Chase when I was watching the game because I always like to watch my guys, and he was used as a decoy a lot more. I felt like He was kind of going in motions and then kind of just fading off into the sideline.
They also
Which
went up.
proved to be effective, but
They also went up big early, so like they didn't like have to force the ball or anything.
absolutely.
Against Jacksonville, you saw him get a lot of design screens. And then he'd occasionally take the top off. You got like 30-something points.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I think CeeDee Lamb is a no-brainer. I think he is if Tyreek Hill's questionable, not the same Tyreek Hill next week. I mean, there's no doubt CeeDee Lamb, I think, is wide receiver 1, should be, putting up at least 20.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But as far as dynasty goes, I'm going Jefferson, Chase, CeeDee Lamb. Derek doesn't.
Gap's starting to close a little bit.
You guys already know. We've already had
Yeah.
a discussion on this. You know my standpoint on this.
In the very few snaps though, from Jefferson, he still just looks so good.
He's different. He just
Like,
moves different.
That play he got hurt on, like, not
He just moves
no
different.
one's doing that.
Yeah.
I don't think quarterback matters. Like, honestly,
I don't either.
There's
I
just no
if you put it
reason
in
for
his
me to
vicinity.
change my standpoint though right now. Like, there's none. Like, if CD breaks his leg, maybe, but
Ooh,
How
that
did he
one-
hurt his chest on that?
I'm
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
I'm just saying in
I don't know.
general. If CD if CD has like a major injury, yeah. But
No,
I'm
you
saying,
think how did Jefferson
no.
hurt his chest and he got hit in the lower back?
oh,
I have
that
no
was-
idea.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that was a weird
yeah,
injury.
It's interesting because
my standpoint is different. I watched CD again. There's no reason for me to change it week to week. He hasn't given me any reason.
So what's your ranking?
Chase 1, and then I'm going 2A, 2B. I'm not going to put one over the other. I'm going straight dead shot right here. Jefferson, CD. I think
They're all
Chase
great, man.
I think Chase is the clear one.
Yeah, they're all fantastic, all
They're all
great
great.
assets. I
Yeah, I'll
think
take any of them. Yeah.
It's those three in like the S tier, and then
it's just
AJ Brown.
yeah,
I mean,
And
I'd still
then-
put Tyreek. I mean, not dynasty wise, but like Tyreek is still S tier.
Can
like,
I?
for right now? And I
yeah,
think AJ Brown is like the level below with whoever you want to put there.
This reminds me of something. So, the commissioner of Milo League sent out a poll, and it was like, "What package would you want going forward?" So there's 5 options here. Option 1 is
Jesus.
just Justin Jefferson. Option 2, what's it?
Sorry, no, I thought this was like a trade. Like someone sent him like 5 options for a trade.
Oh no. It's just like, what would you want the most? Option 1 is Justin Jefferson. Option 2 is Jamar Chase in the 105 next year. Option 3
what?
is
Yeah,
CeeDee
that
Lamb
one.
in the 104.
Ooh.
Option 4 is Amon Ra in the 103. And option 5 is Tank Dell 104, 106, and the 205.
Oh,
Jesus. I think I'm taking
I voted
Chase.
Jamar
105.
Chase in 105.
Yeah,
No,
I think
I'm
I'm
taking CD in 104
Me too.
yeah, I think so too.
because that's neighbors, man. That's what I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm taking Jamar Chase.
That
That's
tank
Jaden
one's
Daniels,
kind of
I think.
enticing. I'm not gonna lie. 2
It's a lot of
first-round
picks.
Well, it
picks.
depends what situation you're in. Like as like a
Yeah,
dynasty guy, but I can't. Neighbors is the whole reason I did my Burrow trade. Like I think
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, it's different
He's
because
good.
you have
you know, this is the same
Mahomes.
guy who was creaming over Bijan, and he just trades him away. So
Yeah.
a running
See you
back,
later.
man.
Well, let
See
me
you
let me
later,
say
buddy.
this, Derek. To most people, 104 is like probably not neighbors, probably Jaden Daniels, probably a quarterback. But in your
Yeah, I'm
situation,
going neighbors. I'm getting my guy, and I'm
Well,
getting out.
that's what I mean.
mine's
It's
103 now. Right
different in
after
your
I traded,
situation.
they ended up. Sam, I think you got you outscored somebody.
7th pick.
You outscored John to get me the 6th pick, and then
What?
No,
I
I didn't
picked
outscore.
109.
or you
I didn't outscore.
outscored my pick or something like that because it was supposed to be 104 and 107. I ended up getting the 103 and 106, which was very nice. But no, the 103 for me is neighbors, so you guys can plan accordingly.
Was Pitsky getting on this one here? Did I?
No, he's gonna go on one eventually. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go
love him
segment.
on here, dude.
I would
He's
love to
gonna have
talk a little shit to him.
I'm excited to put a face to a name.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
is.
I have an idea. Face
I do too.
I
Don't
just-
say anything, Derek.
I
Don't
won't.
say anything, but I will. Can I describe what I think?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think he's like a super like. I think he's bald, and I think he's like red.
Bald. I was thinking
That's right.
bald too.
Derek
Like,
Mason-
I
Derek
think he's
Mason said it all.
I
I
think
was
he's like
thinking gray
red.
hair. I was thinking gray hair.
I'm not gonna say anything.
All right,
That's whack.
I'm excited. That'll be fun.
No, he's a good time, man. He's a really good time. We're gonna have to tell him to certainly like censor, like, because this
No,
is like
that's all right.
no.
I mean,
Yeah,
It's not like,
okay, yeah, depending on.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta tell him to like, yeah.
All
There's
right.
certain things he just.
I think there's no
Sure.
doubt. After all of us talked about those couple of receivers, I think there's no doubt that Lamb has definitely closed the gap, at least if not put himself in the mix of the conversation. So next,
So, sorry, one other thing, real quick. Is
Yeah, go ahead.
AJ Brown? Is it more of his production, or is it more of his age that's keeping him out of it? Because
He's still young.
Yeah, he's only
right.
like,
That's what I'm saying. Like we kind of like we think of those three as they're so much younger, but like what's AJ Brown like 26, 27?
27.
I think it's consistency. I think he's on and off.
He is on and off, dude. Well, I
plus with
mean,
the Eagles, it's like one game they're running the ball the whole game. Next game they're
right.
Yeah.
However, he did go like
They're just going to run the ball.
7 or 8 straight games of 125 yards. Something.
Yeah, he
Right.
had a
Like-
stretch, but as of recent, it's been on and off.
But
for
then
him.
it's CD
I
in
mean,
that
he went off
stretch
again,
now.
But
Like if we're talking week 8, like we're like AJ Brown's right there. Now CD's just in that stretch where it's like now he's there. Like
But their offenses, I think, is just like completely different. Like Eagles are just kind of trying time of possession, whatever.
yeah.
Dallas is going right at you, going down the field and trying to score right away.
They're trying to put up 40
No, I
points.
know. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I do think that like they're like if we're talking 3-4 weeks ago, like AJ Brown coming off a historic stretch too. That's all.
Yeah, I think Carney said it like Dak literally like this guy gets targeted like 20 times a game, I feel like.
Yeah.
And he gets
For sure.
like these backfield runs sometimes on the motion, like he's starting to get those now and Hurts has
Yeah.
Smith to throw to, Goddard's back. And yeah, like Carney said, like they'll run it 30 times between Hurts, Swift, and Gainwell at times during the game. So, which I don't know why they didn't against the Cowboys. They were kind of running it down our throats, and they just like Sirianni just called a horrible game. I really thought like he should have just kept running that option because the Cowboys could not stop it.
I think-
they only scored 6
I think
points on offense.
Yeah,
I think it's showing how much they're missing Shane Steichen this year. I think their offense
Steichen's good.
visibly different, and you see it with the Colts, Gardner Minshew, and they're still right in the thick of the playoffs.
Steichen's a good coach.
All right. We'll get into the next group of names. I have here Brandon Ayuk or Devonta Smith.
Damn, that's close, man.
Taking
Brandon.
Devonta. I just think Devonta's better.
Fuck. Yeah, Devonta.
No.
Yeah.
At football, I think that he's better.
I think Ayuk's better at football.
I don't know.
I think Ayuk's one of the best route runners in the game.
Ayuk's a better football player.
So tough, man. That's
I
so
will
tough.
say Devontae Smith is going to go crazy this week, I think. That Seattle
Who they
defense
got?
is putrid.
Dude, I think Seattle beats them, man.
That game is going to be an absolute – I hope it's an absolute shootout.
I think Seattle fucking wins.
I have a take for – when we get on the
I think Drew Lock's better
our
than Gino.
preview, I got a take for that game. I'll save it for the end.
Drew
All right.
Lock's better than
Let's
Gino.
go through. Just say your name. Who you'd rather have, Ayuk or Devonta, right now?
For the rest of
Ayuk.
the season?
Just right now. Who'd you
Devonta.
In
rather?
life, Ayuk.
Devonta.
I'm going
I
Devonta.
think Devontae.
Yeah.
I think it's neck and neck. I think it's right here, though.
But
I think they're the same
Very
exact.
close. Very
here's
close.
my thing. I look at the huge powerhouse offense that the 49ers are and like the name that Ayuk made himself from that. Because like Debo, it was last year, 2 years ago, where Debo had his unbelievable season.
Yeah,
Ayuk
2 years
made
ago.
himself
Wide receiver
that
three.
wide receiver one. Like he showed that he was capable of that volume. And I just think that Devonta is similar to AJ Brown in that offense. It's just like it's up or down in general. Like AJ Brown, Devonta. AJ Brown it has a down game. Devonta will have 6 for 100. Or if both of them have a down game, it was just a running game. Or if AJ Brown goes off, then Devonta is non-existent. Ayuk has been consistent throughout, and he arguably is in the most like.
Do you guys
crowded
know? Do you guys
offense.
know their? like their fantasy production this year, like total points and stuff, like where they rank?
Well, I'm looking at it right now.
Are they close?
Ayuk
Probably
is
right
wide-
next to each other.
Ayuk
2
is
points
wide receiver.
different.
Yeah,
Wow.
Ayuk is 13. Smith is 15.
But Derek, to that point, you use that argument against the Dak and Herbert thing about the systems. Like if you're taking a team,
No, it's not. It's what Ayuk made himself in that system versus Devonta. Like Eagles went out. Eagles had Devonta, went out, got AJ Brown, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like Ayuk was drafted 25th. Like he has first round draft capital, whatever. But they had a dominant Debo, and now they're also bringing in
I think didn't
CMC.
what
I
year did
love
get
Ayuk. I
drafted
love
in?
everything that has to do with Ayuk.
I think from a fantasy perspective, Devonta Smith has the bigger upside. Like he can give you that boom game. Like he can give you that 30-point
Ayuk's just
game.
here.
Ayuk is going to give you 15 every time.
Here.
Devonta could get you a
Right.
game where you get 6.
Devonta's here. Ayuk is here.
But Devonta also has the capability to have that consistent 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, barring a couple game stretch, I mean, he's been phenomenal. Like 17, 30, 6, 14, 1, 10, 9, 22, 15, 17, 23, 25.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's not inconsistent by any means, really. A couple games in the middle there, but
What did you get last week?
9.
10, 9.3.
I didn't know if
There's
you were
no way
going
he got
over.
25.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
I'm
thought
just
you were
saying
going
like the
over.
stretch of like, but like still, like he's I don't know. They're both so
Absolutely.
solid.
If they're good, if they're your wide receiver 2 or 3 in your fantasy team, there's no doubt you're
Yeah.
happy with that production. All right,
Yeah.
so we'll get into the next group of receivers here. 2 rookies. This I think is an interesting one. We got one guy who started off the season really, really hot in the middle of the season, and one guy who's slowly making his way up to being, the name value he came in as. Jordan Addison or Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jason.
JSN.
Wait.
Rest of the season in Dynasty.
Rest of the
Dynasty
season?
JSN.
Dynasty JSN, rest of the season, Addison.
I
don't
might
know.
go JSN
I don't know. I might
Yeah,
put
I like
Jason
Jason.
rest of the season.
because who's throwing him the ball, dude? Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
That game was 3-0.
Wait,
It was
what
bad.
was the
I'm gonna be
Bad
pissed
game.
if Vikings get in.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
yeah,
I don't know. Nick Mullins might be the guy.
No.
I'm just kidding.
no. And looking at his and
Who is
Jason has
the
a great
guy?
playoff schedule too. Philly next week, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and I guess Arizona shouldn't matter. Should be done by then. But
Tennessee,
I
that was
mean-
crazy.
Jason's getting targets now, getting at red zone targets. Like
He's playing way more snaps.
Better than Lockett.
Yeah, he's going to take over as a 2 in that offense, if he hasn't
Yeah.
already.
definitely.
Vikings
Yeah,
got
absolutely.
Cincinnati and Detroit though, which are literally I think 31 and 32 in pass defense,
Yeah,
I think they have Green Bay twice, right?
and they have Green Bay.
Green Bay. Yeah,
But Cincinnati and Detroit are god awful in pass defense.
It's crazy
I
how
don't
right.
Darius Slay and Bradbury are bad.
Bradbury's
Age.
bad. I think
They were so
Bradbury's
good too.
Maybe losing C.J. Gardner Johnson was a big loss too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, I got some. We'll just do one tight end, then we'll get into our next segment. So for tight end, let's compare real quick. I'm going to just give you 4 names. I think there's a group of 2 that are better than the other, but why not? Let's just put them all together. We're going to do Kyle Pitts, Jake Ferguson, Trey McBride, Dalton Kincaid.
3 out of 4, I'm fine with. Fucking Pitts sucks.
Kincaid in order: Kincaid, McBride, Ferguson, Pitts.
I agree. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I had just Pitts and Ferguson, and then I also just had McBride and Kincaid. But I was like, why not? Let's just throw them all together.
Kyle Pitts, if you're watching this or hearing this podcast at all, kindly go fuck yourself.
He had a good game though.
He did.
I
have a
don't
good
care.
game.
Still,
Kind of
just
deep touchdown, right?
Yo, Ritter
Yeah,
looked pretty
39.
good, man. Ritter looked good.
yeah. Ritter
He's
dropped.
living
Ritter
up to
got
that
me
third
like
round
30
pick,
points.
How about Jake Browning dropping a 40 bomb, huh?
What'd you say,
Yeah.
Ken?
I said he might be living up to that third round pick trade.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
That was huge for me.
Dude,
That was
the
huge.
other 2 games got 9 and 10.
What?
The other 2 games got 9 and 10.
I know, but right now
Better than Bryce Young.
I got the fucking bye because of him.
I feel so bad for Bryce Young, man. Like,
He sucks. I think Bryce Young sucks.
no,
You just gotta throw. I think you gotta throw this year in the towel. Just
no,
don't worry
Bryce
about it.
Young does
He's
not
got-
next year
suck.
fresh.
He's got great legs, dude.
I'm back
like-
next year fresh. You know.
In
Like
the
the look
pocket,
of them, or like the
yeah,
performance?
phenomenal shape, but like
Yeah.
also
I agree.
pocket wise, like he gets out of a lot of trouble. But yeah, dude, DJ Chark dropped like 4 balls.
Yes, he did.
It was bad. Like he is in a bad situation.
Yeah.
I hope that like somehow they give Devontae Adams an absolute bag.
What changed with weren't they feeding the shit out of Thielen early in the
Yeah,
year?
Thielen just is done now. It's
He's
weird.
Like he was a top 5 wide receiver, like
Yeah, he
production
was
wise.
going
He was
off.
gross.
He fell off hard.
Yeah. That old
Another
line's
guy I
bad,
want to
like,
bring up, kind of on my mind, Drake London.
beast.
Great game.
Obviously, like last year was one of the top rookies. Kind of, just in that Falcons offense was not much. But like we're starting to see like flashes where he could be really freaking good.
Well, he's
Absolutely.
flown under the radar the entire year. Like
Yeah.
he's had solid games all year round with Ritter at quarterback.
All I'm gonna
And
say.
got
Go
fed.
ahead, Sam.
Go
finish
ahead.
your
Sorry, Ken. No, go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is, you do not want to see the Bears trade Justin Fields to Atlanta. That you don't
It's
want to
gonna
see
happen.
it. You don't want to see it.
I think it's gonna happen.
I think the Bears stick with him.
I think the Bears draft Harrison
I
1-1.
think they have to draft Caleb. Like that's a once in a however many year quarterback right there.
I'm not drafting Caleb.
Justin Fields is a
Why?
Atlanta.
I mean, I'm with you, Sam.
guy.
I'm
It's gonna be Marvin.
getting
It's
an
gonna be
O
Marvin.
lineman, and I'm getting Marvin Harrison.
Oh, you mean as a Bears, like not in
Is
general?
on the
Marvin
Bears-
Harrison at the 1-1 and
You got-
O-line at 107?
I thought you meant in general. If like you're a GM.
Get your franchise receiver. Get your franchise left tackle for
Build
your
around
franchise
Fields.
quarterback.
Don't give up on this guy, man. He's gonna be good.
He's got some tools,
He's gonna
man.
be fine. He needs a line. He needs a receiver. If DJ Moore is the 2 there, that's really really good.
DJ
Like
Moore's awesome.
Komet is good.
I got a question for the Pats fans. If they end up with a 2 or 3 pick, do you trade up to 1 to get Caleb Williams and let
Who's in
Chicago?
front of us? Who's in front of us?
Panthers.
Well, right now it's just the Chicago.
If we are 3, is it the Cardinals in front of us?
Mhm.
Correct. Well, yeah, you guys are tied, but you guys have the second
Yeah,
pick.
I would trade up just in case another team trades up.
Right, and then for the Bears, like you trade back to the 2 or the 3. Maybe get a little extra. Plus, you get
Right.
that offensive lineman's going to be there anyway.
But if
Yeah.
the Pats are at 2, I think you just stay there and see what happens.
Just
Yeah,
try to.
you're gonna get Marvin
At worst,
or-
you get May
Yeah.
or Marvin Harrison, but
Let's
that
stay
would,
at 3. Let's say they stay at 3. They're pretty much a lock to get made because I think one's going to go Caleb to Chicago likely. 2, Arizona likely is going to stay with Kyler and take Harrison.
that would be incredible.
And then 3, Drake May most likely.
Here's the thing: if I'm Chicago, think about how good do you guys think Caleb Williams is going to be?
Mhm.
I
You
think
don't
he's
think so,
going to be great.
Tom?
I think he's going to be
I think he'll be really good, but I don't
think
think the
he'll be
Bears should take
Right.
him.
So, like, say he's CJ Stroud good in his rookie year, the Bears are going to look at each other and be like, "How do we pass on this guy?" Because like we
Right.
look at CJ Stroud right now as one of the untouchable quarterbacks already. This guy's going to be a superstar. So
Mhm.
if Caleb Williams has that impact, you don't think Chicago's going to be kicking themselves for
Well, that's
years?
Chicago.
Yeah, but the Bears are showing that they're not that far away.
They got a good
No, their
team right now.
defense is good.
They're like they could be a DJ Moore Marvin Harrison duo from being
And
Yeah,
a better
a real problem.
Met's good.
I think-
They signed Sweat, right? Like Sweat's on
Yeah, Sweat for-
Sweat's their
he's
long
there,
term. Like
And I think firing the OC and getting a new one, that could do a lot too.
yeah,
Yeah.
their
that
their
O-line
issue
a
is
little
they always the issue with teams I think is that they are constantly giving up on quarterbacks and coaches, and they're not giving quarterbacks and coaches a chance to just like mesh a little bit. Like patience is key when it comes to like building a team. Like you can't just like he's oozing with talent, and he's been the quarterback for what 2 years, 3 years now. Like
3.
Like
Where?
you obviously know, like if you are a self-aware owner, that like you need to build a better team around him. But there's no reason to scrap it all down. That's been their issue forever. That's been the Jets' issue forever. Is like, oh, bad year, fire the coach. Browns, bad
looked
year,
great
drafting another
on the
quarterback.
defensive
Like,
side.
it's just bad.
Yeah.
Like, stick together a little bit. Like, let it develop for like 3 years, 4 years, and then make your decision.
I know that's so hard too because like you look at like the Patriots where they're really not a quarterback away.
No, not at all.
So it's like if you're the Patriots, you know, you get this top 3 pick. Do you build the rest of the team, try to make do with what you have with Jones or Zappy?
No.
I think the Patriots don't leave with
You gotta get a quarterback.
The thing with the Pats is this.
Okay, but like we're seeing with the Panthers though. Like you get the number 1 overall pick and he's horrible because the rest of the team sucks.
Yeah,
Well, Patriots defense is already like going to
That's
be
what I was
really
gonna
good
say.
next year.
it's a playoff
Yeah, that's going to be
defense.
helpful.
It's playoff defense this year, and Christian Gonzalez was the only quarterback that is not locked up, but held Tyreek Hill in check. And Matthew Judon, our 2 best defense players, have been hurt. And this defense is still near the top in the league. Just everything on offense is
I
god
get what
awful.
you're saying, Tom, with like the
The
bunch
line's
of
fine
issues,
too.
but you gotta
Oh.
like ever since Stroud happened, like it's going to start a wave because the Texans were 3-13 last year, and now they're
No,
in the
I don't.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Just like you're a quarterback
Right.
and a receiver away. Like it's like
Right, but you also got to like part of the reason that Stroud hit is because they hit on a 3rd round pick and Tank Dell or whatever he was, 3rd
okay,
or
the
4th round.
Patriots
Like
will draft is there another avenue that I could definitely see the Patriots of all teams where they don't do the obvious thing and take the quarterback, build up around it, and then try to Right, but-
quarterback be the last piece that puts them back to the top. You know what I'm saying?
in saying that, like in recent history, like the fact that we can say like yeah, it's a move that the Patriots would make. When was the last time they were in this situation where they had a top 3 pick and a chance at a generational quarterback? Like it's
No.
hasn't
Drew
They
happened.
Bledsoe.
haven't
They have
since.
them since Bledsoe.
So
Bledsoe.
I
Right.
think this is where they take their next shot.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a bad idea. I'm just saying, like, there
Who,
is a
Pats?
world where that's another strategy.
Pats have to take a QB. Unless they
Have
go
to.
out and sign a Kirk Cousins and get Marvin Harrison. But even then, you're not a Super Bowl contender.
But then you're fucking yourself for years to come still.
I mean, you got
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison. That's a nice start too. But
Yeah, but then Kirky's done after a year, and now you just won 12 games. Are you going to
Maybe you
draft?
still don't have a quarterback. Right.
Right.
Yeah, no,
Zappy might be a.
Zappy
Saw
sucks.
some flashes out of Zappy.
He sucks.
All right, so next segment, real quick. We'll go through this next segment real quick. We'll just go through a quick injury report for Week 15. First, we'll start with Keenan Allen, listed as out for Thursday Night Football. Just talk briefly about Keenan Allen. Impact
The thing
on
that
the
about
team.
him, I wonder if because Herbert's out now, I just wonder how they're going to treat it going forward. Like, hey, we got this however old, 31, 32-year-old receiver. What's the point of rushing him back? Season's lost. We don't want to risk future injury. I don't know if they're going to do this, but what's the point of playing him? And I wouldn't be surprised seeing him out, but then again, if you're an NFL player, it's not just be like, oh, I'm not going to play games. So
I would hate that.
yeah,
very
That'd
much.
be tough for fantasy owners the rest of the way. All right, next guy. We're going to Josh Jacobs. He's listed as questionable for Thursday Night Football with his quad injury. Known as a tough guy, he's played through a lot of injuries. I don't know what the Raiders want to do going forward, but fantasy manager is definitely something to keep in mind. Maybe add as Amir White or a Amir Abdullah.
yeah, some popular names on the waiver wire.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to have some entertainment, go watch an Amir Abdullah college highlights.
Where'd he
Yeah,
go?
Nebraska.
Oh my god, yeah, absolutely disgusting.
Wasn't he
Yeah.
drafted kind of to the Lions, like somewhat early, like second round? Or am I making that up?
He
That
was
sounds right. That sounds right to me.
Is he also
Well,
a Giant?
disgusting.
Maybe.
Is he ever on the Giants?
Let's see,
He
Sam.
might have been. Pro
Second
Football
round. Hit that on the head.
Amir Abdullah. He was on the Lions. The
But I think you
Ravens.
can expect Amir White to get the bulk of the carries on Thursday if Jacobs misses, with Abdullah, with a little bit upgraded role in the passing game.
One thing I'll say about that game, do I even make a fucking start sit post? And another thing about that, I've been so off every week, I might just stop that series. Like, dude, Hunter Henry, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Hadn't got more than
nuts.
5 points in 6 weeks. Deontay Johnson caught a touchdown. I just picked the wrong receiver.
Yeah, I really needed AJ to not score a lot of points, and he did. So now stuck on Woodsy's decision here. What if
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison stays?
It's a
That'd be-
possibility. It's a
Then
legitimate chance.
Fucked.
That'd
I
be
saw
insane.
another
You
thing
were the-
today. Oh, sorry, you go.
Then my whole
No, I was
thing.
gonna say, Derek, you were the first person when I don't know if it was during the podcast or before, because I was always like, wait, why would you not just go to the draft? Like you're getting all this money, you're getting to the league, and you were like, no, because of all the reasons that we're hearing about Marvin Harrison, like he could see 10, 15 mil to stay.
And he's
That's
also he's born into money. Like he has money, anyways. If he goes up to his fucking Hall of Fame dad and is like, "Hey, Dad, I want to stay here, and this is really what I want to do. I want to beat Michigan. I'll only make $5 million less." Like everyone's just gonna be like, "Okay, then do it."
Especially because you
It's no sweat.
especially because you look at guys like you look at JSN was out the entire year before he got drafted
Yeah.
and he still went 23rd. Like he's better than him.
And
He
I
can,
want to see.
he can
I wanna
tear
see-
his ACL and he's still going in the
Yeah.
first round
I
in
want
a
to see
year.
someone other than Kyle McCord throw to him too. Like
So that's what I was gonna say. Another thing, Caleb Williams, I saw he hasn't declared yet, and I can see Ohio State throwing him a shit ton of money too.
That'd be nuts, dude.
Caleb Williams.
Wild.
Caleb Williams and
Best
Marvin
team
Harrison
ever.
Jr.
So who would be
Pride,
the first
man.
overall pick then? Would it be May? No, it wouldn't be
Would
May.
have to be.
Woodsy wouldn't draft May.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean
wait. I say we talk about our
Sorry, I'm
picks?
just this is
let's
how I
because we
operate.
no,
It would
I know,
be
but
bad.
we're
It
but we're
would be
gonna need a lot of topics to cover between the Super Bowl and the NFL
Absolutely.
draft. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we're gonna have
Yeah,
plenty of
rookies.
time to talk about that.
Absolutely. All right, DJ Moore, Carney, what are your thoughts?
DJ Moore? Yeah, he didn't practice today, right?
Did not practice today.
I'm gonna be very
Michigan
angry
ankle injury.
if he doesn't play this week. He
There's a lot of
when
injuries,
Fields
man.
plays, man, he is unreal. I think he's a low end receiver one when Fields is in. But what was it? Ankle?
Ankle.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. But
And
it just
ankle.
popped up this week too. He was fine throughout the game.
Yep.
You gotta hope he sees limited practices Thursday, Friday, or else I might be. I mean, Cleveland's a tough matchup, but I still think he's good.
Cleveland.
What?
Sorry.
This is for you. No, I think he's still good for 13 points at least or something if he plays.
Yeah, they use him a lot in the end arounds in the sweep game too. So, all right, Sam, talk to me about Brian Robinson.
Talk to me about it.
What do you got for me? Brian Robinson did not practice today.
Go
with
ahead,
a
tell
hammy
me.
injury. Did not practice today with a hammy injury. Maybe Antonio Gibson might get some.
Yeah, I
some
like Gibson. I like seeing what he can do this week without, having to make the decision whether the starter sit him. So I hope he goes off. I hope he's using that pass game like he so should be.
Absolutely. Yeah, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill did not participate Wednesday with an ankle injury.
I think he'll play.
He will
Yeah.
play.
Who are they
He
playing?
has to. The Jets.
Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner's got
Sauce.
nothing on Tyreek.
Do you guys think Tyreek's the best receiver in the league right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, that'd be.
Well,
Easy.
He's just an outlier.
He has almost 1,500
Speed.
yards already. It's like
Let Tommy DeVito MVP talk.
Did you guys hear Mark?
We'll
No.
get there, Mark.
What do you say?
Said Tommy DeVito in MVP talks.
Tommy DeVito.
he
Tommy
has a dog.
Cousins.
Wait, who said that? That's Stellato. Was that true? That's Stellato's cousin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Of course it is, dude.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
He posted on his Instagram story.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
It's the
hilarious.
first time I've seen Stellato be active on Instagram and
Like
Ever.
That
Ever,
outfit
yeah.
must have been a gag, right? That couldn't have been
Family
legit.
business.
I honestly hope that it
No,
was
gags like
all
that.
like
Like a
a
joke.
for show, that outfit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
really
had
hope
to
so.
I don't know.
have
That's something else, man.
it's a great outfit.
Hey, 3-1.
Hey,
He
they
looks
look
All I
good.
can say.
Is there a
3-1.
QB controversy in New
He's
York?
3-1.
No. He's 3-1. I think if he finishes the season with a positive starting record, it's his job to lose for next year.
Whoa.
It's like Brock Purdy.
Wow.
Does Mark have the backpack on?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going
he's-
to study, man.
All the school.
My
It's
eyes,
finals week, Sammy.
my eyes deceiving me
Night
here.
class.
Got
Oh.
night class
Night
9:50.
It's 10
No,
o'clock.
Um,
No,
I-
but yeah, I'm serious about that. Like, I don't give a shit that we pay Daniel Jones. I really don't care. If
I-
Tommy DeVito can win more football games than Daniel Jones, he should play.
they're
He's already
game
won
out
Daniel
of the
Jones
playoff
cares
spot,
about
which
how
is
much.
crazy.
Like, I think I think the Giants care about how much they paid Daniel Jones, and they're still going to have him.
I mean, that's a mistake.
It is, but it's
The
Giants.
NFL is about winning football games.
Tom, that's got to be
You're-
a clip. Your statement right there. It's got to be a clip.
Oh, I wrote it down. Trust me, it's getting clipped.
Do you timestamp that, Tom?
Yeah, usually I can just do it, but like say I'm on a different computer, it's not popping up, so I'm just writing down
Right.
where everyone
Sure.
like
Well,
different things.
Just
It's
wanted you
just
to take me
logic.
through your
Like we
process.
take Jordan Love outperform Mahomes. DeVito outperformed Love, so DeVito's better than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Nah,
Seems like
that's
it to
not
me.
That's just straight
Well,
up how
That's
it
how it
works.
works.
sure.
All right,
Jordan
well,
Love is dog shit. Confirmed. Sorry, John.
All right.
Not
Oh,
how is he dog shit?
He's
I want
just
to know
dog
this.
shit.
I want to hear the reasoning.
He's just so crazy mid.
All right. Before we get any deeper here, let's get into our trusts and busts. Because at quarterback,
Bust.
first quarterback we're going to talk about is Jordan Love. Can you
Bust.
trust him the rest of
Trust.
the fantasy season?
Trust,
Fuck.
Face.
dude. He could run the table. Listen to this schedule. He's
He's
got
unbelievably ugly.
Oh, it's the easiest schedule in football, right?
It's wicked easy.
Up there.
He's got Tampa this week, 28th against the pass.
Yeah, Tampa's horrible.
Carolina sucks. Minnesota's their defense actually been playing all right, and Chicago's defense been all right. But I mean, it's week 18. It doesn't even matter because no one's playing. I mean, if your league goes to week 18, it's a joke for the league. But
I'm gonna trust Jordan Love.
think about it.
I'm not going to.
2 nights ago was the first time he was under 20 points since week 9.
Yeah, it was the Giants.
So that was
Are these any primetime games or are they regular? Because he doesn't
Regular.
show up under the big lights. Sometimes
against the Chiefs, 30 points.
that's why I said sometimes.
I think with Love, if you
I mean
don't
against
have
the Giants who like just, they're the Giants.
The Giants' defense isn't like that horrible.
The Giants are bad.
They're very mid. No, their defense is very mid.
Oh.
You know,
Right, but is there any primetime games, John?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. As soon
I
as
think
he
if you do-
fixes is it Jordan Love with the teeth thing?
yes, that was hilarious.
He's got the AD bottoms.
As
What?
soon as he gets his teeth fixed, I'll be on board with Jordan Love.
I didn't even
Oh,
know
Anthony
that.
Davis bottom
that
teeth.
camera angle that they
Horrible.
was that the Chiefs
dude.
game?
Yeah.
What's up with
That
his
was the
teeth?
Chiefs game. They look like the hungry hippos teeth, where they're like
Yes,
all
they do.
individually placed. Like there's like a gap on both sides of every tooth.
Carney, look up Anthony Davis bottom teeth for me.
Is that what Jordan Love looks like?
No, I don't know, but we're talking bottom teeth, and
All right, I'm gonna get a live reaction.
Jordan,
Oh my!
Anthony Davis
Oh,
bottom
dude,
teeth.
that's gross. Like, you think that's
Oh.
uncomfortable to eat?
well,
You
God,
gotta have that fixed,
Damn.
right? Yeah, he's definitely been fixed.
yeah, he's got money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see now they look good.
oh
Dude,
my
him
that's
and Bob
god.
was
What?
rough, dude. Look at this picture.
Look at the picture of fucking. Oh my
He
god.
did.
How the fuck do you eat like that?
that's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
That is crazy. I don't like the look of Jordan Love, though. I don't like anything that Jordan Love represents in his career until he gets his teeth fixed.
All right.
And then,
Right.
and then
And
I
I
can
think-
support
and I think
his
that's
little
fair.
sit behind Aaron Rodgers charade thing, like next fucking whatever. Yeah, I'll support that as soon as he gets his teeth fixed.
Right.
So
I don't
are we
think so. I don't know
trusting
if he's
or
next
busting
round.
on Jordan Love?
Fucking
trusting.
busting all over those
I'm
broken
trusting
teeth.
Jordan Love. I'm trusting him as long as you don't have, like, if you don't have one of those top tier quarterbacks, which you maybe do if you have Jordan Love, maybe you get him off the waivers. If you don't have one of those top tier guys, I don't think
I'm
he's a
taking
bad
Matt
fit.
Stafford over him because of his gorgeous teeth.
I fucking love Stafford.
Oh my
Going
god,
on
his
here?
teeth shine. Have you seen his like the clips of him on the sideline? Him opening his mouth, his teeth are like it's
It's
like
getting weird.
no, it's not. It's all just it's very just it's a simplistic viewpoint, I look at the teeth, I can tell who's good or not.
Is
And
Stafford on this trust or bust list?
I trust
He's
him.
Stafford's
not.
a trust.
But we can talk about him. He's not, but we can talk about him.
I
I'm
trust
trusting Stafford through and through.
He's been there, done that.
30
You wanna know why?
plus points in his last 3
Because he's got
starts.
fucking
And he's
Puka.
doing it.
And
Yeah.
Cooper
Pump
Cup.
is back,
Cup.
baby.
Yeah, and Cup.
And Kyron.
And Puka Nakua.
Puka,
Oh,
no glove
congratulations,
diving
John, by the way.
catch. Nakua.
Yeah, no gloves. Crazy.
John, our first unanimous manager of the year.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. I meant to give a speech in the beginning.
Yeah.
First off, I want to thank God, my family, and the council we got on here. Appreciate you all. A lot of hard work in the off season. Looking forward to a good league going forward.
Well, it was a great performance, John Carney.
Appreciate
Was.
it.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Congrats, John.
Except for that Tank Dell trade. Who said that?
Whoa.
Who the fuck said that?
Yeah, that Jordan Love trade, though. Fucking. How about that? How about that, Sam?
What was
What
that
are you
with
talking
Josh?
about? It wasn't
You fucking
take
ripped
it.
me for that Jordan Love trade, I remember.
me.
Yeah, you did.
I'll
I
still
thought that was Derek.
No, that was you. Outside
What
of,
was me?
what house were you guys in last year? At 11?
Yeah.
You know, we got the die table going. We're all talking dynasty, and Sam's like, "You
Oh.
traded Josh Jacobs." And
See,
yeah,
you took me when I was easily
We're all
being
fired
able to
up.
take an advantage of there.
All right. We're getting some running backs now. Do you trust or do you bust with
I love it.
with DeAndre Swift
oof.
Ooh, Jesus.
fantasy playoffs?
Wait, what are his matchups? I don't even need to pay attention anymore because I'm out. But
So they got Seattle this week, I believe.
Giants
Well,
twice.
I think I'm busting all over Swift.
Jesus.
It's so tough.
I
If they
can't
use him the right way, I'll trust him.
I can't trust him
They're
not to
not.
say anything. So
Seattle, New
I'm
York,
busting out.
Arizona.
Just he
Yeah,
hasn't had
I'm
a
gonna
game
trust him.
over 10 since week 11. That's a scary thing.
But
I'm
they're
gonna trust
facing
them.
Seattle,
Yeah.
New York, Arizona.
ooh, maybe a trust.
I think I trust
I
them.
think I'm gonna trust them.
I trust
think
him
that-
not to
That
bust.
schedule, that's got to be the easiest among running
I
backs.
think I trust him more as a running back 2, lower end running back 2 flex
Yeah.
play, though.
The only
do a
the
better
only
option.
concern I really have for him, it's like if you look at all his big games, it's when they obviously, I mean, it makes sense, but obviously it's when he has a lot of targets, and they just for whatever reason don't do it consistently.
They don't
Yeah.
do
You know,
anything
like
consistently, dude.
it's so frustrating because like you do look at him and you're like he's looked like the old DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre
Eagles are
shit.
not a fun team to watch. That's my take.
No, they're not, but
Eagles.
no, I mean the Eagles got to win. They're gonna ride their best players, and he's one of their best players. You know, like
Yeah, I could see him going off this week against Seattle.
I don't think that there's many. I mean, unless your team is really stacked, I don't think there's many fantasy teams out there that are going to play 2 to 3 running backs over him on a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know, like sure, maybe he doesn't crack the top 2, but I mean, if you know, he's definitely not going to be 4th on your team. I don't think, unless you have a great team and caps off to you. You know.
Yeah. Getting to our second running back here, we're going to talk about more so just a backfield in general. We're going to talk about the Chiefs' backfield: Isaiah Pacheco, McKinnon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Are you trusting or are you busting with these guys?
I'm trusting Pacheco.
I'm trusting
That's it.
Pacheco.
That's it.
Trust.
The other two both suck. So,
And if he has any other injuries, I'm busting on Clyde, and I'm trusting
McKinnon?
McKinnon not to bust.
Okay, I think I said
So just trust.
Yeah,
I trust
think
Pacheco, and that's it.
Fair
I trust
enough.
McKinnon with no Pacheco.
I
To get like
I
10
think
points.
yeah, he's gonna be a beast in the passing game.
Yeah.
with no Pacheco, but
I mean, he was
You
a league
can't-
he was a
you can't
league winner
trust-
last year.
you can't trust those other two
He
guys.
was.
Pacheco's in there, I
He had a
think.
crazy playoff run
He
last
did
year.
that, yeah, McKinnon did that with Pacheco in the lineup still too, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Pacheco's,
Pacheco's
kinda grown
not-
into-
Yeah, he's like a modern day workhorse. He's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
15 plus carries now every game.
Yeah, he sees a lot more volume now. All right, we'll get into some receivers now. Are you trusting or are you busting with Calvin Ridley?
I'm busting all of them.
Bust.
Calvin
Agreed.
Ridley, oh yeah, busting.
He's got Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Carolina.
I think
Busting.
I trust him. I think I trust him as a wide receiver 3.
I don't.
That's or I'll
So
go.
like the flex.
I'm
like
gonna
a flex.
bust him as a 1. I'm gonna bust him on a 2. I'm gonna bust him on a 3.
I'm bummed. I'm busting him. Yeah,
Really want nothing to
there's
do
no
with
there's no rhyme or reason when he goes off. I feel like and you see Kirk goes down. You expect him to take this step forward, and he goes for 7 and 9 points.
Yeah.
I think you're trusting Evan Ingram.
Absolutely.
I think Zay Jones even
Who?
he's. I mean, what do you have? He had double-digit targets last week.
Yeah, but ZJ dropped a TD.
I'm
Yeah, but
trusting
he's-
Parker Washington.
I don't know. I mean,
They actually,
I just think the rest of the team took a step forward, but Ridley, sure, he might go off, but I'm not banking on.
I mean,
I'm not trusting that.
that
I would trust him as
preseason
a
hype
flex.
was crazy.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, he was like third round redrafts.
And then his first couple weeks
Yeah.
were sick.
No, yeah, he justified that draft pick in the first couple of weeks, and then just
Fell off.
Yeah,
So-
I think I'm trusting him as a
he's
flex.
had good games.
Are we trusting T-Law then? Or busting on him?
I would
No, you're trying.
trust T-Law not to
You're
bust.
trusting him.
I think I'll trust him.
I mean, he's still shown
If he's mobile, I think you can trust him.
He still
Yeah.
tossed 3 touchdowns or 2
Yeah,
touchdowns.
I mean,
right?
why? He didn't run last week, and he had a good game.
But I mean, it's
they're playing for behind. I think if he can use his legs, he's way more of an asset and puts up way more. As a T-Law owner in my other dynasty league, when he's finally got healthy in that what was the first game? It was Texas. He got a 2-3 game stretch where he finally not injured, and then he just started 20 points, 25 points.
Yeah,
If he has that tool available, then he's going to give you more production going forward.
yeah. I mean, he's been around 20 points in 6 of the last 7 games.
Yeah.
And in certain leagues with maybe 6-point touchdowns or a couple bonuses, into the 30s. He's been. And the only team that he didn't play well against was San Fran, with one of the best defenses in the league. So it's I mean,
I just think
you gotta trust him.
the question mark is just his ankle. That's the only thing for me.
I don't know. I mean, the team put up 28 points or 27 points, whatever they scored, against one of the best defenses in the league.
It's true.
Obviously, you want him to run, but
Next guy, next receiver we'll talk about. You trusting or you busting with Jordan Addison the rest of the season?
Bust.
busting all over him.
No comment.
I think his price is
Oh, man.
way
No.
he's only going more downhill with Jefferson healthy, hopefully.
He's already
Yeah,
been kind of going downhill, I feel like, too.
I mean, those last 3 games: 7.4, 9.9, 4.7.
Sam, are you busting or trusting on Addison? You said no comment, but I feel like it's just
This is a guy who, for me, it's the inconsistency thing. I'll bust on him.
I think around week 8 when he had his stretch of good games, you could have paid a hefty price for him in redraft, and I don't think since then he's lived up to that price you may have paid for him. So,
and in Dynasty you can pay a heavy penny for
he's still worth a good price in Dynasty, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, one last tight end, real quick. I want to talk about is you trusting or you busting Isaiah Likely?
Russ.
Trust on that guy, man.
I'm gonna bust all over his face.
Oh my God,
See,
children, man, the children.
We should have
Yeah.
named this a different segment for Derek's purposes.
trust or
Yeah,
not
Derek
trust.
is
Okay, trust or not
Yeah.
trust, I'm not trusting.
it's deal or no deal.
I'm
Yeah.
not trusting him not to bust.
I'm
So you
going
trust him?
trust.
No, I'm not trusting him. Yeah, I'm not trusting him not to bust. I would trust him to bust.
You're not trusting him.
Do you think he's gonna bust?
So I believe he's busting.
You
And
think he's
therefore
gonna
I will bust on him. Before he busts on me. I will not put him in my
be-
lineup.
I think
before he
we.
ex-
Well,
Explodes.
hopefully by this part of the podcast, there's probably
People
Okay.
Would you
check.
say before he explodes?
Yeah. Before
Oh.
Likely busts on
I-
my team, I'm going to bust on him by not putting him in the lineup.
Well, I am very likely to trust Isaiah Likely
I don't
'cause
trust him. I don't trust him.
Yeah, I'm busting him. Yeah.
I mean, his history with when Andrews is out is really good.
Hey,
Lamar
you know,
loves
like when
that
he-
big target in the
normal
middle of the
probability
field.
curve, Tom. It's eventually going to have a bad game without. And
I mean, all right, then his worst game with over 75% snaps is 9 points.
I can see him at 7.2 points in a non-tight end premium this week.
Calling your shot, huh?
How about Odell Beckham Jr. going
Great name, great player.
ape shit?
Yeah, he's been balling the last few weeks.
Better than Zay Flowers at this point, as far as I'm concerned.
I like Flowers.
I do too, but
I would trust Flowers. I would bust Odell.
most people would.
That
He's
guy's
a good-looking man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Like, we got to the one or two people who probably lasted the hour and 11 minutes listening to this whole thing.
What's up?
We are busting all over Odell in all formats.
I think next time we might have to change the word choice in this segment.
All right. Should we get into? You got any more names?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Should we head into this preview?
Yeah, real quick. We get into a quick preview. Let's hit a few big games. Let's
Okay,
start with the game. Let's skip over tomorrow. I mean, you got the big names that are likely out. You got Allen likely out. You got Jacobs likely out. Herbert. Maybe get into some Saturday games.
Trust Russell
What?
Wilson.
I'm excited for that game.
So am I. I
I
think
mean, the Colts are talk about a team that's fun to watch. The Indianapolis Colts.
I'm not excited for that game, dude. Just watching Mitch Trubisky.
Colts Steelers. I think the Colts are gonna fuck on them.
I don't know. It's
I don't
such
know.
a Mike
The
Tomlin
Colts are
team
fun
win.
to watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Steelers are bad.
Yeah.
I think the
Steelers are
Steelers are
bad.
going to find a way to win that game just because of the Steelers. You never know what you're going to get.
I think the
They're gonna
Broncos win
finish
against the
above
Lions.
500.
This is a pretty. I mean, every single team on Saturday is over 500. That's pretty awesome. Granted, the Steelers aren't great, whatever, but
I think that
that's kind of
Viking,
cool.
that
Are
Vikings
the
team
Vikings
is
the
sneaky
sneakiest
good.
7-6 team?
Yeah.
Like, I had no
Yeah.
idea they were 7-6.
Bills.
I mean,
Bills
they
should
started like 1 and
Bills
5.
should have 9 or 10 wins.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have lost to the
Yep.
Jets or Pats.
Yeah, that was about to say that. Yeah, but that killed them right there.
And then game of the week, 1 o'clock Sunday, Pats Chiefs. Let's talk about that one.
Oh, fuck that.
Sneaky
great game.
Patriots W.
No.
Hell no. Better not.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Who do you guys got? Broncos, Lions.
Broncos.
Broncos.
Lions. Yeah, we are.
Broncos, then a must win by the Chiefs to keep the ahead of the
I got
AFC
Detroit.
West.
RB says what's
Hey.
up.
What's up,
What's
Brian?
up,
Hey, Brad.
He already walked out of the room. I don't know why.
He heard me. He heard us.
He felt it.
What were you
No, I
saying?
see the Broncos winning that game.
I would like to see the Broncos win, but I think the Lions are going to win.
I see the Jets being the Dolphins.
I told you, lock of the week. Jets +9, +8.5.
Can I-
You get them on
can
your
I say
books.
my
Get them
take?
now.
Or are we going down
bet,
the line?
bet responsibly. If you ever need any help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For anyone who's listening.
Don't call me.
Anyways, continue.
Are we going down the line, or can I say a few guys I think can win you this week?
Hey, give us some names.
Okay, well, it's going to be a little biased because in two of these names I have in my other league, the first one I'm going with Ken Walker. Don't be fooled by Philly's 4th ranked against running back fantasy points. They've gotten run over every single week with running backs. Like, they cannot stop the run against anybody, and I don't think it's going to change with Ken Walker, one of the best runners in the league. I can see him putting 15-plus points up. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree there.
I mean, Pollard got stuffed against the Eagles.
He had some good runs, didn't he?
Yeah, he
He
looked
averaged
alright.
less than 4. And then, I mean, like, obviously, like, the 49ers, yeah, like, McCaffrey's McCaffrey.
But even before that, let's see what Pollard got.
I don't know. I see
59 yards.
Walker's gonna be like an 8 to 12 point guy this week. I think that's my prediction.
Also, Rico Dowdle took a lot of snaps from Pollard this past week. He's been involved in the run game a lot more, which I'd love to see. But because I like Dowdle, but Pollard is his stock is going down the tubes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which was kind of you can kind of see that coming. I thought.
Yeah.
What a great time to sell, Sam.
Damn right.
Yeah, got to capitalize.
So Ken, you're not a big Ken Walker guy this week.
I still think Philly defense can be exploited in the passing game. I still think their run defense is one of the best in the league. I mean, they got dudes in that D line.
They
I
got
think
Georgia.
their linebacker play has been horrible. So it's gonna.
Yeah, I just think they're going to like the Cowboys and the 49ers, both teams that ran well against them. I mean, Dallas has an elite pass game. I mean, Seattle has a good pass game. It's not to the level of Dallas, obviously. I mean, and I think that's going to cause some issues in the run game
Also,
as well.
Dallas and Sanford have elite O lines. Like it's like
Absolutely.
Seattle's got a good O-line too, don't they?
Ain't bad.
Not elite.
I don't know.
I think a guy that could have a week winning performance is Zach Moss.
Love that, Tom.
He's been pretty good without Jonathan Taylor in there, and Colts offense is just pretty explosive, kind of all the way around.
Yeah.
I can see him going for 15, pretty easily, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them getting an early lead and kind of just running it, killing the clock. I don't know. I think that he's a guy that if you kind of stuck with him on your bench all year, he'll pay you dividends now.
It's good.
Yeah, I think you start every Ram you have against Commanders. I mean,
what I was just
my
about
God,
to say.
that
Kyron
defense
Williams.
is terrible. Puka, Kupp, Kyron,
I love these Rams, man.
any of them.
I
Stafford.
think you start Kyron and Cup, and I think Puka might bust this week.
No,
Give
okay.
me Rams uni. Who
If
I'm
you're-
gonna buy? I don't know.
If you're in the NFC, I don't think you want to run to the Rams in the playoffs if they make the playoffs.
No,
No,
they gave
dude,
the
great
Ravens
team.
a
No.
good game.
They gave
Like, I think-
Cleveland and the Ravens some work.
They're one of those teams that's on the bubble right now. If you're a top seed in the NFC, I don't think you want to see them.
That's an
I think
offensive
Dallas- I
mastermind.
think Dallas would still kill them.
A lot of those guys they've had since the Super Bowl.
What's going on here?
I think Rams against Lions would be a sick fucking game,
That'd be a great game.
especially
That'd be a
Stafford
tough one.
going back to Detroit.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a sick storyline, and game would be a shootout.
And
That'd be a
then the
fun game to
winner
watch.
of that loses to Dallas by 30.
Or yeah, probably.
So
Real quick, Ken, can you tell me what Matt Smith was like during the Cowboy game? I just want to know from my own personal.
He wanted to shut it off after the like
How
second half.
confident was he going into that one?
Oh, he was fired up.
Yeah.
I mean, he was bringing out all the excuses in the box.
Yeah.
At the end of the game,
Classic.
he was saying, weren't ready for it. He really didn't have much to say in the second half. He kind of
did
just
you
sat
say
there quietly.
Devonta was better than
He did.
KD at one point?
He did.
That's a tough take.
That's just
I have a
that's
quick
Philly fan.
thought. Sorry to change the subject here. The 49ers are playing the Arizona Cardinals. As much as
Arizona wins that game.
oh, you think so? Because that totally ruins what I'm about to say. Because I'm going to say, do you think that the 49ers get up to a 21-0 lead and just kind of obviously maybe McCaffrey has a big game running or something, but I don't know. Like, do you feel like that could be just one of those games where they win easily, but no one does anything like super crazy?
I think
I
this is a
hope
good
so.
old trap game.
I hope so. I'm playing against
Arizona
Kittle. in one
Arizona
playoff
wins by
matchup.
the score of 24-21.
No.
Playing against Kittle in one league, I can see a Kittle 3 touchdown game. I'm really nervous for that. Playing against
I think
Debo, I
Kittle
can
having
see
2 catches for 14 yards.
I think
Yeah, I
a
don't know.
guy-
I could just.
Yeah.
It does feel like one of those games where it just either somehow
I think they dropped 40
No.
points, and I think everyone gets a piece of the pie. So I guess you're right, Tom.
I don't think they come off the field until fourth quarter. So they
Yeah.
have at least have 3 good quarters worth of production, and if they put
Yeah.
up 40 points, everyone's going to eat.
34
Everyone gets a
10.
piece of the pie.
34-10.
But what type of pie is it?
Actually, 41,
Yeah.
41-10 with a defensive touchdown.
Pumpkin.
I'm going
Lucky Pumpkin?
24-20. I'm going to change it to 24-20, not 24-21. 24-20 Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, the games aren't too exciting this week. Ravens Jags Sunday night is actually gonna be great.
A lot
I
of
want to talk about a
implications.
guy. I want to talk about a guy.
Oh, and Bills Cowboys. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Whoa, Bills Cowboys?
It's gonna be
Oh,
a
yeah.
phenomenal game.
Oh, Josh Allen's crushing that game.
Yeah,
Talk
In
about a
Buffalo.
guy real quick, if you could trust him or not.
it's a nice test.
Can you trust Ezekiel Elliott with Ramondre out going forward
Yeah,
in
He
the
looked
Patriots
good.
offense?
I mean, Zappy loves to dump the ball down. That's the thing.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I don't feel
25
good.
points.
I'll say this: if you're starting Zeke Elliott in the playoffs, I don't know how the hell you made the playoffs.
Well, he's projected 16 points.
I
This week.
disagree. Yeah, I think he's a great start if you need him. Like, he's better than, like, starting a fucking, I don't know, Marquise Brown right now. Jacoby Myers. Like,
I think he's
better-
a solid.
Those guys aren't
option,
startable, though. That's what I'm saying.
looking at a guy who's going to have to.
honestly.
yeah, but in a deep league, like in a in a redraft, it's
Yeah.
I think he could be
Those
in
guys
a
probably
mix
aren't.
with flex play for sure. Something to consider.
yeah.
What are you buying and what are you selling in general?
For Zeke Elliott.
Just in life right now. I'll
Christmas
start.
gifts.
I got
Yeah, you go, Sam.
And I told Tommy about this in a little side text a couple days ago. Just based off my week, like, I am buying the hell out of a chicken piccata. Dude, like, as far as Italian meals go, Italian dishes go, like, everyone, like, instantly wants to go to the red sauce, and, like, they want to go pasta, they want to go chicken parm, they want to go, like, pizza, I don't really count it, but
cutlets.
yeah, cutlets, lasagnas. Dude, the chicken piccata, if made well, pounded thinly, breaded nicely, with a beautiful lemon caper sauce, is fucking phenomenal.
I'm about to
Who
pull.
made you this chicken
It hits
piccata?
all the
that
notes.
you-
We got it. We got takeout from a nice Italian spot near my house, but family style. And the way the lemon sauce is presented is really something special. It's like a gravy lemon, and it hits all the notes. It's really good stuff. So I'm buying the chicken
Yep.
piccata.
What are you selling?
I got another food one.
You can only
that
buy or
I've
sell
been-
one thing, and I'm buying this week. So
Yeah, I'm buying sourdough bread.
talk to me.
I've never really had it, honestly, and you know,
It's awesome.
had it like probably the last couple weeks, and I don't think I can go back to another bread.
No, it's great for everything. Grilled cheese,
breakfast sandwiches,
sure.
like put cold cuts on there,
Mm-hmm.
toast it up, grilled cheese, like does it all.
Yep.
Absolutely
Dunk
does
it
it all.
into some soup or some sauce, and just
Real good.
You know what I'm buying?
Go ahead.
Getting cold out. I saw this in my house. Hand warmers. Cracked this bad boy open about 2.5 hours ago, and that shit's still warm.
well, is your house
Good.
cold?
No, I just saw it and I wanted to play with it, and that sounded weird. But cracked open the hand warmer and it's doing the trick.
Now, if you really want to get the full
Classic.
use out of that hand warmer, season up some chicken with that, and eat it, dude.
No, I don't.
You
think
won't feel
that's-
anything ever again.
Yeah, you're right.
Ken, what are you
Yeah.
buying or selling?
So this might be controversial, being as I am a proud New Englander and a proud Boston sports fan. But I'm starting to lean towards Starbucks over Dunkin' Donuts when I'm getting my
So you're
coffee.
buying Starbucks and
That's
selling
so
Dunkin' Donuts at the same time,
Yes,
pretty much.
I think I am. The iced
Yeah,
coffee from
mine
Starbucks. I
can.
think it's real good.
But talk about the price there, because there's a big difference.
It's not a difference. It really is not a
I will.
difference.
Can I talk about this as well, please?
It's
Because
maybe
mine
50
was selling
cents.
Dunkin'.
Maybe.
Dunkin's been dog shit. Dog
Lately
shit.
they've
It's
been bad.
sugar
They've
water,
been bad
dude.
lately. Yeah, lately
It's
they've
sugar
been bad.
water. It's gross.
Starbucks
Unmixed.
just seems to have more passion,
Dude, I went up to Dunkin' a few days ago and I asked for like my regular thing, my like regular coffee with an extra espresso shot. And these guys so my thing is like just a regular iced coffee, like one cream, one sugar, whatever, and an extra espresso shot. And I get in line and I come up to the window and they have this coffee and they have like one cream packet thing, one sugar, and like an extra espresso shot made. And they're
Mm.
like, here's your, like they were handing it one at a time. I'm like,
That's weird.
So
like,
let me ask you this.
what is your job then?
Let
Like-
me ask you this. Do you
like,
think
can
they
you make
need
that?
they need a better interview process here because
Maybe
it
Maybe
seems like the people at Starbucks are a little more buttoned up, a little more
they-
professional,
Starbucks know what
more
they're
passionate
doing.
about their job.
more
They-
lively.
It's
It's
like
only
the
$1
Chick-fil-A
more, though,
McDonald's
like-
comparison.
It's
Yeah.
$1 and a half more, but also like a medium or however they say it at Starbucks is like a lot less liquid. But I think in
Higher
terms
quality.
of like the quality of coffee, it is the same. It's a lot more. Like
Well,
you
yeah.
can easily tell Starbucks coffee is way better than Dunkin'.
It's better.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
better. Like
Can I say
night-
where you're going wrong though, Ken? Can I say where you're
Yeah.
going wrong?
Yeah, what do you got?
So, as someone who lived in Rhode Island for 4 years, and I know that you're obviously still there, I know the route from your house to school, and you pass 2 coffee connections.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that Coffee Connection's is worse than Starbucks because
Well, you're gonna
Hey,
call me crazy because I haven't even ordered a Coffee Connection iced coffee yet.
Well, can I add on to
That'd be
that
crazy.
real quick?
wow.
And what's the price of Coffee Connection compared to the other two?
It doesn't
It's
matter.
not crazy.
It doesn't
Like,
matter.
I mean, you can get a
Yeah,
coffee. You can get a coffee. You can get a nice coffee and a really, really good breakfast sandwich for
Solid
like
Their breakfast
$11
sandwiches
bucks.
are great. Their breakfast sandwiches are great.
It's
no doubt.
such a good sandwich. Like fuck the coffee. It's
Yeah.
such a good sandwich. I will say their coffee a little much sometimes. It's a little too
pricey.
much.
Well, you
Like,
get
if
you get a you get like a
bit.
banana split almond nut coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm
I-
saying, if you just go,
I get an Irish nut, and
Irish
it
Yang.
might as well be ice cream that I'm drinking in the morning.
so, but no, I mean, sorry, I miss Coffee Connection. You know, that's
I did
I
too.
just get a standard like black coffee with hazelnut, and I think there's not really a
love
price
hazelnut.
difference between Dunkin' and Starbucks, so I'm taking Starbucks.
Is it
Starbucks
crazy?
alright.
I have never ordered a coffee for myself.
Yeah, it's
Never
kinda
gotten a
crazy.
coffee.
It is kinda crazy.
Never gotten a coffee.
It's crazy. What would you
Never
drink?
got
Like
coffee.
soda?
Wow.
Try it one time.
No,
It'll
I don't
change
drink
your
soda.
life.
I just water. I don't do energy shit. I don't do soda.
Wow.
Just wake up out of bed with a boner and you go.
Yeah, it's fucking boner. Some
Pop
lube,
some
ready to
water
go.
and
Body's
Can
a
I
temple
say-
to one.
Sorry, I just remembered another thing I want to buy and sell. I'm selling toilets and I'm buying plungers. Our upstairs bathroom in our townhouse.
makes no sense.
Let me explain.
Yeah, you can't have.
Can
one
I?
without
Can I?
the other.
Our upstairs bathroom in E2. Actually, you know what? Forget the plungers. I'm selling toilets. Our upstairs bathroom in E2, our townhouse. If you take a piss, it clogs. It's clogged every other
Let me
day.
stop you there. Let me stop you there.
It,
You
it's
can't
clogged every other.
sell the toilet. You can't sell toilets.
No, it's like a buying and selling stock. I'm
It's like
selling.
selling fucking blankets, dude. Like
I'm
you
selling-
can't.
Where are you gonna?
I'm selling stock in toilets. Because, dude, all right, more, I guess, irrigation system. I'll go even deeper. Because
No,
we
fuck
take
off.
a piss,
What, you want us to go to the
take a
Dark
piss.
Ages?
we take a piss, and it clogs. We get it fixed every other fucking day. Someone takes a piss, shit clogs. We only had one bathroom for 5 dudes. You know how tough that is? It's fucking tough, man.
So what do you want to shit in the streets like the Dark Ages?
No, you gotta just hold your shits, man. It fucking sucks.
You
I
fester
have to
and
shit really fucking bad right now. But the upstairs shitter does not work.
That's tough.
That's just
Sorry.
my rant.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's probably one of
that's-
the worst sells I've ever heard. You
I-
can't sell
I-
toilets.
Okay, I meant as a stock.
It's an absolute innovation.
I'm selling it as a stock.
The top 20 invention of all time. The toilet.
Well, you got to think
Easily.
about it. You got to think about it. Its stock price will never meet what it was when it was first introduced.
Stop. The toilet is like Apple, man. It's like Apple stock. This thing is going nowhere ever. Okay, your shit's not gonna just disappear into midair. Like
No, you know what's going to start going up? It's what's the thing in like England they use where like the water cleans your ass?
it's still a toilet.
a bidet.
It's
just-
a different
it's-
bidet.
It's a
it's-
it's
it's
totally
still-
separate.
I'm
It's
buying
totally
bidets.
separate.
That's
Well,
that's
buying
a cleanup
that. Yeah, but that's-
process.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, that's
that's like
you,
selling
you
toilet
do your
paper.
business and then you slide over. It's a
Yeah,
totally
you're still
different
shitting in a
That's
toilet.
selling
Is it?
toilet paper, buying a bidet, not selling a toilet.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't
still
shit
shitting
in
in
a
a
bidet.
toilet.
Because
Yeah.
then you just shit on the ground and then have a bidet clean you up.
Yeah.
Like
Imagine the
on a
listeners
bike,
listening
you
to the
need
last
something
15 minutes of
to
this
put your
podcast.
this
Oh,
has
man.
gone. This has gone way
I want to
off.
remind everyone this is a fantasy football podcast.
Yeah.
I think we should add more stuff in a like this.
Yeah, I like that. Like,
Talk.
it's quick. I like it.
Well, we know the
No.
word of the day is barring, not borrowing.
Barring.
I actually have
Fine.
a word of the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
close us out here, Sam.
Word of the day. I like barring, but I like Simon, and more specifically Paul Simon. If you look up Paul Simon and you listen to 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, it is such a good song. I would like, honestly, all of my fellow podcast mates to listen to it after this podcast. It's
Am I
really
gonna
it's
cry?
a really, really good song.
What's it? Paul Simon?
No, Paul Simon, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Great song. I was
Who
playing
the
it,
fuck is Paul Simon?
70s guy.
It's an old song. It's an old song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Playing it while making dinner. My parents were loving it because it's 70s. Yeah, Paul
Yeah, it's their
Simon,
time.
and it's a really, really good song. Yep, that's Paul Simon.
201 million streams on Spotify, huh? Paul Simon.
Look at that guy.
Good looking guy.
Classic.
So
Oh, yeah.
that's it. That's all I got.
Good. Well, that was some episode. Kind of covered
All right.
a lot of topics there.
From us 5 here at Pigskin Bros, as Ken's cracking up, good luck in your playoffs. Hopefully we have you guys back on for the, semifinals next week for more advice.
Yeah.
So
Go get him.
Yep.
catch you guys next week.
See you, everybody.